Thanks for joining us on Final Drive TV. We are at round 3 of the United States Touring Car Championship. My name is Becky, and joining me once again is Nikki.
It's great to be here. This weekend we are back at Sonoma Raceway in Northern California. And if you tuned into last episode, you'll know that last race, the word of the weekend was sprint. This weekend, strategy.
That's right, strategy. We are on a 2.5-hour race for our drivers. Somewhere in that 2.5 hours, they have a mandatory 5-minute stop.
That's right. And during that 5-minute stop, they can either refuel, change drivers, change tires, whatever they want to do during that 5 minutes, that's up to them.
It's full of strategy, and they could stop more. Who knows? Every driver has a different reason. One mandatory stop, we'll see if drivers do more.
That's right. Let's go take a look at that grid.
Green flag just underway. Lap 1. A lot of commotion. We getting together some of the race here. We got a lot of chaos going up in the turn 7.
This is Ron Valtierra and Brad Austin, and we are here live at Sonoma Raceway. And we are round 3 for the United States Touring Car Championships. And we are underway for a 2.5-hour enduro. Looks like we are off to smooth sailing.
Brad Austin here with Ron Valtierra for round 3 of the U.S. Touring Car Championship race at Sonoma Raceway. We've got a couple laps underway now, working on getting all our equipment working together here. We've got a nice race starting up today. We will be working on getting all the drivers together. There will be a few driver changes today, and we'll see how this goes throughout the race. Hope everybody's enjoying their nice Sunday. Get some lists of who's out front. We've got a lot of cars that we don't have a lot of information on. Some first-time drivers and some first-time people joining the USTCC. This is also a combined endurance event, so there will be other cars on track that aren't with the USTCC, but they will be competing at the same time. So we'll have a nice field of other cars to have fun and race with.
So as we're coming to you, we can see the cars coming up turn. I believe that's Jeff Lepper, who is driving the Honda Civic as he's coming into turn 7, and he's followed closely by Tim Hunter in the Volvo C30 front-wheel drive car. another front-wheel drive car. The funny thing with Tom Lepper driving the Civic, was talking to him this morning. He's got an interesting race strategy this weekend. The race strategy is that they are going to run their car at a pace that's not as fast as they normally do because they're trying to extend their gas range. And that was the strategy they were coming into this race. So I don't expect to see Tom Lepper racing anybody with any vigor, because he does want to preserve that fuel. And he is being chased by Tim Hunter in the Volvo. And Tim put a new motor in just not that long ago, so he's running laps personal best. And he says that with every lap he's putting in, the car's just running better. So we should be able to see him passing Tom Lepper sometime pretty quick. He's going to want to get around him because he's going to want to go and get some clean air in front so he can basically set his gap as they're coming up over the top. And it looks like they're going to be lapping. Well, we don't know if he's going to lap, but we'll see what Tom Lepper's going to do. He's an aggressive driver, so when the helmet comes off, he tends to turn into a different person. And maybe he can keep that discipline that he was setting out for this morning. So we can see the touring cars, the Honda Genesises of Go-Go Gear Racing. We have the car number 31, and he is followed by the 33.
This is one of our combined cars that's going to be running with us. He's not in USTCC with those cars. He's a separate Speed SF endurance racing drivers. So we've got some other classes that are happening at the same time right now, which definitely makes the driving more fun to have more people to compete with. A lot of different skill levels out here today. So our USTCC drivers are having to compete with much different traffic levels and cars, skills. So there's going to be a lot of passing opportunities for both guys.
And it looks like turn 7, we have the two Genesis coming around, and they did get around Tom Lepper, as we can see. We don't know who's in front, but I think Tim Hunter in the C30 has pulled out front, and we're going to be seeing if Gordon Punn in the 33 can chase him down, but it looks like he's being chased by Ken Kurtz in the 31. So this little battle right here between teammates is going to allow Tim Hunter to run away as he comes into turn 11.
Yeah, Tim's coming out of turn 11 right now. I see him now. Hard to see from our vantage point up here, but we got to kind of take our time, and when we get these guys to pop in and out of here, there's Tim Hunter running. That car's running pretty good, making a pass on the Atom Bomb Racing. That a Spec E36. Oh, I'm sorry, Spec E46. My mistake. Tim Hunter is really rolling away. That car sounds, looks like it's running pretty good right now.
There's a story behind that C30. The C30 was developed essentially a factory-built car. It was run by a previous team running in the World Challenge, and then they had switched for a season into the United States Touring Car Championship. And Tim Hunter had bought the car a couple years ago from this racing team in Colorado, and he has done his utmost best to turn that car back into a front-running car. And I think that's what we're going to hopefully see today. Is we're going to see the car get back up to the paces that it used to be when the car first was built many, many years ago. That was a year, oddly enough, that T&I Racing with our Speed 3s were racing head-to-head with that particular car under its 3R Racing, who owned the car at the beginning. But he is putting his mark on it. He's put his livery on it, and it looks like he wants to make a debut. And all I can think about every time I see that car go by, Brad, is that I wish my Speed 3 was running, because I would love just to relive some of those days when we were going at it. Good times.
Yeah, that car has definitely been developing it for a while. It was a great car. I think it was built to be an endurance racing touring car. years ago, and he has really found his happy place driving that thing. It's definitely had some problems over the last couple seasons, but like every car does, you just got to either push through it and figure it out and build it, rebuild it, and rebuild it again. And he's really got this thing moving pretty good right now.
So now we're looking at Ben. That's Ben Penn, who was driving the E36. He is a sportsman, and he is running head-to-head with Andy Chittum in the Miata. This is a 2.5-hour race, and Andy Chittum driving that MX-5 is running away, and we were hoping for a close battle between the two. They were running lap times similarly. Andy placed a personal best yesterday, qualified pole. He's always running up front, even though he's a sportsman. And right now we're taking a look at Bill Schweitzer as he's coming up to turn 7 in the 91 BMW E90. And again, first race. This is his first race ever, and this car is its debut. We literally just finished that car just several days ago, and even yesterday in the paddock, we were still putting pieces in, making the car compliant. And he's looking like he's going to have a beautiful race. And it's just a joy to see the months that we spent with that car. It really is a testimony to the family, to his kids who really put their time and effort into that car.
Yeah, I've raced with Bill before. Well, a lot of track days with him too, and he's definitely he's still growing. He's still learning a lot, but he's trying to do the best he can. It's wonderful. We've got to keep a lot of new drivers out here, and we want to encourage them to keep coming. So if you ever build a car too and want to come out and join us, the U.S. Touring Car is a great place to come and build your skills.
And we're looking at the top of turn 3, and we can still see that the freight train that is known as Go-Go Gear, they are still running in the position that they were running before. It looks like they had a Miata to get in between them, but they were still running. And I don't know if Ken can make anything up on Gordon. Gordon seems to be running a really good pace. Gordon's an experienced driver, has been driving with USTCC for years, and it looks like the Miata did get its breakout, and they're probably going to let him go, I would imagine, because again, fuel strategies. We got to get through 2.5 hours with as few pit stops as we can, and so they're going to run their pace, and I'm wondering if this is part of their strategy, teammates. And Tom Lepper looks to have settled in behind. And again, we have a 2.5-hour race. So right now is where they're going to want to feel out. They're going to want to let their legs stretch out a little bit, and they're going to save whatever tires they can for later in the race. So right now they're just settling in, but it should pick up later this afternoon. Looking at the mirrors is something, a 2.5-hour race that drivers, it almost becomes instinct at some point, muscle memory. Checking the mirrors, seeing what's around you. You look as far as you can in front of you to see who's up. And as you're running, you want to try to give yourself as much clean track as possible. And again, it's going to help with your efficiencies. You don't want to get blocked up by lap traffic. And as we are looking and we're coming out, and we have a Miata coming down the... and it looks like we are picking up, again, Tim Hunter in the C30. He is coming down the S's as he starts his entry. He's falling down the hill, and he isn't being chased by an S2000, I believe, who is going to be making the pass.
Wow.
Yeah, nice pass.
The S2000's moving.
Yes.
So here we got the rest of our pack.
Oh, we can see Tom Lepper. This is funny. Tom Lepper looks like he's closing in on that train.
Turn 7 right now, so it looks like he found his way. But for a split second, we saw something that didn't look right.
And here we have a pack coming up. Andrew Reed is coming up into turn 7, and it looks like he has lost contact with the group. That's the thing with multi-class racing, is that you run into that traffic, and that's what we were talking about. You have to time your passes, and you have to make them as clean and quick as you can, because you don't want to get bogged up. And if Andy wanted to make any kind of position, but again, he's got a 45-minute race, so...
Yeah, he's only, a third of the way through the race now. We've got a long ways to go. We're at 30 minutes down, still 2 hours left in this race, so there's no huge push on this to do everything and put yourself in too hard too fast. You definitely want to, allow your teammates to get around the pack.
Well, here's something interesting. Enrique in his Spec E90 looks like he's joining that big pack, and he is climbing through he is running in the Spec E90, and as he's coming up, and it looks like he's coming up on Ken Kurtz.
He's in that white E90, right?
It's a silver, the silver joining that pack any second now.
Yeah, we'll see him. They're probably going up through turn 2 at the moment. He's in the middle of the pack in turn 2. We'll see him come back down through the hill here. He's actually right in front of that Civic. There we are, coming down through 4.
And let's see if he can close up anything coming around the carousel, as Tom Lepper does not like falling behind. It looks like he wants to keep his... Oh!
Andy Chittum's definitely just caught the back of that pack here, so we've got some passing. That's Nikki Arsham in the yellow Civic, number 32. She's out having a nice race today. We've got Legacy Motorworks, the 46. A lot of spec Miatas out today too, and some custom Miatas, not even spec. Are they all?
Keep an eye right here, Brad. As they're coming around turn 7, it looks like Andy Chittum has got around Enrique, and that's the thing with Andy in that MX-5. That car is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I love that car.
As a fellow NC Miata racer, I am with Andy on that. I wish I still had my car. I would love to be out there battling with him right now. He's definitely, I'd like to say he learned a lot from me, but I still would like to learn a lot from him. He's got a lot more years racing that Miata than I do. But he's doing us proud, us Miata drivers. So he's pushing down through 11 right here. He's going through the inside. He almost got 3 cars.
No, he did. He got around both of the Honda Genesises. And those are touring cars, and he's a sportsman, like a 2-liter 4-cylinder MX-5. It's just got around the V6.
Looks like in a second now we're gonna have a nice little commercial.
Racing here at Sonoma Raceway. This is Ron Valtierra, joined by Brad Austin, and we are up here in a booth overseeing the race that's happening on this wonderful Sunday morning. Brad's a guy.
We're not sure, but it's usually tire smoke when you're full send. Let's see how these guys are looking coming into turn 1.
My God, it looks like we do have a change. It looks Tom Lepper has gotten around the Spec E90, and it looks like he got around Ken Kurtz as he's making his move. He's making the move on. Oh my God, Gordon Pun. Tom Lepper has got them both. He made 3 passes within 2 turns in a Honda Civic. That is amazing. Tom Lepper has been racing for years. He's been a SCCA, he's with USTCC, he's running different series. He is a true gentleman racer.
Look at him run away now. He is really pushing it. So, yeah, he got to a point, I guess maybe Gordon and Ken are running whatever pace they are, and I think Tom must have just said at some point, I'm done sitting behind you. I'm out of here.
Well, he told me this morning before the race goes that they have a small fuel tank, they have the worst fuel economy, and he had to run his pace because him and Reza, his teammate, they have a strategy, and again, it's just... they're going to run their pace, but it looks like Tom is stepping out of that as he is making his mark, and he is, he's just looking for clean air, I guess.
This looks like the red Miata coming down the hill right in front of Tom Lepper here. This is Claire Delcourt with MyRacesLive.com. She's out driving the Atom Bomb Racing Miata. That car's been great contender for a lot of races, and she's doing a really good job of fending off Tom. Not fending off Tom, but staying safe, and Tom is just putting the power down. He's got a good pass going on here.
Yeah, that was a nice pass there. And he's a true professional. Left plenty of room as he's making his way into the hairpin.
Coming down through 11 here. Let's see, we got this train coming through here, but it's spreading out a little bit. It's not as packed up as it was before. Tom is definitely checking out.
And we can see the two Hyundai Genesises. They really must be running that strategy, whatever they have going, but they are still running together. They are still running lap times similar to each other, and they are still followed by the number 42 Mustang being chased by Enrique Ferraria and the Spectre.
We got some smoke coming off the Mustang.
We did see something coming off over there. I wondered. That is interesting. They didn't mention any problems with the car or anything. He said that they were the extent of their fuel economy was a 45-minute, which is all they were going to do. They didn't want to hurt the car.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing some cornering smoke, which looks like it might be letting some oil come into the side of the into the pistons where it shouldn't be burning. We might have some issues coming on through this. He might not know it unless his crew radios back and says maybe you might have to pull that car in a little sooner than you want.
Yeah, we were getting a good look from up here where we can see the smoke coming out. But we're following Nikki Arsham now in the 32 Honda as she's coming down the S's, and she is being followed and will probably quickly passed by Tom Lepper as he's making his way down.
Big crowd coming through sevens here, right here, led by the Hyundai Genesises. And looks like Claire just got out of the way. There's a couple fast cars moving through the pack right here. This E46 BMW is going to be coming through. He's going to want to be going by both Gordon and Ken here, I think, in a second. Probably coming in through 9. I think he might set up for a pass on the outside. There he goes.
There he goes, absolutely.
Coming into 10, and he hangs on. Let's see, makes it through 10. Looks like no problem.
Well, they're a little racy on the outside. And again, the Go-Go Gear drivers of Gordon and Ken. Ken has been racing for decades, I believe.
And, we have a car just come off track. I'm trying to see. It looks like it's the Mustang. Looks like, yep.
It had to be.
Yep, I do see that red Mustang rolling off track right now, hitting the track exit. So they are going to take a look at that and see if that's serious or not.
I don't expect them to come back out. I mean, they were only going to run a short race anyways. And again, they did mention they want to keep the car running and together. And I don't know if they're going to want to have it come back out. We'll probably just go right back to the boat. We'll keep an eye on the pattern.
That makes sense. It's been 40 minutes, so that's pretty close to what they said they were going to do. They probably just called it right there and said that's good enough.
That is what we would do. As we're joining in, and we can see...
Nice pass on the inside of 4.
We have a gaggle of cars as they're coming down turn 4, as they're coming into the carousel.
go back to we're racing here. We got Adam Bomb Racing, Specky 46, kind of out by himself, having a nice little fun drive. But we got some fast traffics coming up on him, probably through the end of turn 11, 12 here. They should be caught up. There's 3 really fast cars you can see right behind that white BMW. Here we are with the Genesis pack, and that has spread out a lot. I think we got the other. And Ken is back in the back. I thought he made a pass on Gordon, but maybe he settled back again. Coming down through 4. Looks like these guys are settled in a nice pack right here. Looks like the fast cars got through them, and it's not really going to be too much of a contest for a while. They can settle and kind of calm down for a little bit. Coming down through 11 here. Let's see who we got. We got a Specky 46 coming up. I think that's the Speed SF guys. Yep, those are some of the known fast guys. But we just don't know who they are. Everybody's kind of settling into their space now. It's we got some fast cars kind of running through traffic, but it's nice that you got a lot of pace, a little bit of dust going over the top of turn 3. There it is. Somebody put a tire off or more. There's a couple slow cars. Let's see, who would that have been coming down 5 right now? Is it the car with the headlights on? I'm not sure who. We didn't see it, but it could have been the Camaro. Might have gone off on the inside there over 3, but we did not see it on the camera shot here. We just see the debris afterwards.
So I don't know what we're looking at, as we can see some cars still coming down turn 4, or into turn 4. But we're
looks like nothing happened. I mean, just might have just been a car off and back on, and we didn't even see any result of it. So no harm, no foul.
So what we're not seeing.
Hassan in that Camaro is flying right now, so he might have just got a little loose.
Okay, and so we can see Tom Lepper coming up on his coming up turn 2. As we're panning back over, and we can see them coming up. And we have the shot coming back over to turn 7, as we can see Andy Chittum coming out of 6. And
nice pack coming up through 11. We're out around start finish.
And it looks
here.
like Penn in his Sportsman E36 has gotten around both Ken, Gordon, and Enrique.
There's Penn coming around through 1, going up the hill to 2.
So Ben Penn last night had to swap out a transmission And so right now, he said that when they didn't know how they were going to run this.
Look at this Spec Miata pushing through the Genesis pack here. That is momentum driving at its finest right there. Not a lot of horsepower, but just trying to carry all the corner speed in the world. A little bit of brake lockup. Probably no ABS on that car. Let's see if we can get another shot of how that turned out. So they're coming down through 6 right now, and that Spec Miata got around both the Genesises. Let's see if we can get a shot of them going up into 7. We're not controlling the cameras. We're just watching. We're along for the race, too. That Camaro.
And that's been driven by Ihsan Farkhande. And he's supposed to be doing a driver change later with his teammate Wes, and we're going to kind of keep an eye on that. But we should be coming into about 45 minutes in. We should be coming into the first pit stop window, and we can see somebody on the pit wall now. Somebody coming out of whatever it's just.
That looks like the Specky 46 Atom Bomb racing car. I don't know if they're making a change. We can see him in the back of that shot as we just panned by there. We can't see if they stopped on the other side. They might have a garage setup. I don't know if they made a stop already. Oh, they're pulling up to the wall now. So maybe they're just doing a check on the car. I don't know if they're going to make a change, or maybe they just had a drive-through penalty. It's possible. We'll have to see if we can get some results on that. Looks like they're serving some time, or they're talking to the corner workers.
Well, they do have that 5-minute stop, so they come in for their tire change or fuel change, but driver change, whatever they do, and then whatever time they have left, they are being timed and held so that they get their full 5-minute stop, which is mandatory for everyone.
Right, that's true. So maybe they did a change and we couldn't see it coming around the corner behind the walls of turn 11 there. From our vantage point, we wouldn't be able to see if they made it in unless they came out early and they're just being held for the remainder of it. But even if you came in just to talk to your crew or just get a windshield clean, you still got to do a 5-minute stop, that's rough if all you wanted to do is just get a sip of some water.
Right now, we can see on screen we have Penn driving his E36 in sportsman class, and he is some way behind Andy Chittum, which of course is just in another league. But again, he's running with a brand new transmission.
So here's our current running order. We do have a list now. You guys can see on screen. It's kind of tough for us to go down through the whole list. Nice just having a teammate to play with too, and just keep yourself occupied at the same speed.
Over the years, racing with Ali at GoGo Gear, with these cars, extending their fuel range is a strategy that is something that Ali has done repeatedly over the years. We've had numerous endurance races, so he's versed in the art of running on fumes, and I believe that is exactly what they're doing.
We got Andy coming through coming up to 1 right now. I see him there.
But if you take a look at the position of Andy, I mean, there is nobody around him. He is in a class of his own, a league of his own, and T&I Racing, really affiliated with Mazdas since our inception, and I just love anything that brand.
Yeah, he's really, like I said earlier, full send. He's not holding back a lot, so he's not sitting behind anybody. He's trying to pass everywhere he can. So that's him coming down through 4 into 5, getting ready to dump into the carousel here. We'll have a little shot of him coming over the top of the crest there, and he's got literally nobody around, so we'll see.
The one thing that I would like to point out is that we don't mention this enough. His wife makes hats, and Andy shows up into the paddock with a new hat almost every event, and we should just probably plug shamelessly his wife's business, Folie hats, I believe. But again, a gentleman racer for a gentleman driver car as he's coming around. Again, he's in a world of his own. He has made his gap, and he is just keeping it. As we see Tom Lepper coming into the pit for his pit stop. This is the first of the 5 minutes. They're going to do a fuel, and they're probably going to do driver. I don't know. I don't think tires. I can't imagine, but there they go. 5 minutes.
Yeah, with 5 minutes, it's funny how fast that goes, but it definitely doesn't look. We're used to watching NASCAR or Formula One or something. They don't do driver changes, but when the car comes off the ground and tires are changed before the car's even stopped moving, it's a totally different scenario when you're driving club level or semi-pro level racing here. Penn pushing up on the Genesis pack here. He's coming down through 10, coming into 11 here. Let's see if he tries to make a move on the inside, coming in or out of 11.
And this is going to be telling too, because again, Ben's a sportsman and he's following up closely to the touring cars, but you can see how aggressive he is.
There's the inside move.
Absolutely. And the nice thing, you saw Ken make a move so that he can just give him a little bit extra. He went a little wide coming around there at 12. And again, very gentlemanly. Just let him go and get right back to your pace.
There's no purpose for blocking out here. We're not doing any weaving. We don't do anything. Everyone else is running their own race. It is an endurance race. Coming out of 6 out of the carousel is going to 7. I see the car off to the side of the track.
We'll see if we can get some action from that later.
Next car change for Team Go-Go here. It looks like they're sweeping up some of the oil source, a little bit of fuel spills here.
So we can see coming around turn 6, we have Bill Schweitzer, and he's going to be making the move on Nicky as they coming out. Again, a Spec E90 car, and he is chasing that Honda Civic of Nicky Arsham. And they're coming into turn 7, and Bill should be making some quick work of this one as... Nicky went wide. I think she's just trying to make that hole. She doesn't want to get in anybody's way. Or she got a good run and she's going to hold that position. Bill should want to make this pass pretty quick. Doesn't want to linger too far behind her unless he's going to be getting ready for his pit stop, which should be coming up very soon here.
Yeah, if he doesn't hurry it, there he goes now. Yeah, I was going to say that Spec E46 BMW that's coming behind him, I think was going to... There he goes. The pass is happening at the same time. Here's our fuel stop with Tim Hunter. I'm guessing this is the second fuel jug that we got going here. You can see the demanding issues of doing a fuel refuel on these races. You're definitely dealing with a hot car and a lot of flammable liquids.
So we're following Tim. We're following Bill Schweitzer in the number 91. Again, let's just give a few minutes here. That car is his race debut. It's his first car, and it is his first race. This is his first year race, and to decide to do a 2.5-hour race as your first race, you have to be an animal. And he is part animal, I believe. Again, we've worked months and months and months on this car, and it looks like. Oh my gosh, is that, we're looking like we have Reza is making his way up on Bill and it looks like Nicky got around Bill again. What is happening? I wonder if he's coming into fuel starve, and it looks like we got a view of a car that's stuck off track, offline. Doesn't appear to be in too bad a spot, but I wouldn't want to park there as Reza makes his move on the inside of Bill as they're coming up on the top of 7.
So we do have a pace car out on track right now picking up the paddock, but we do not see the full course yellow from our position. I see waving yellow, because they want everybody to keep hurrying up and catch up to that pace car. Once everybody gets caught up, then they can make this tow out of 6 and get this car off track.
Here in a booth overseeing the race that's happening on this wonderful Sunday morning. 2.5-hour endurance if you're just coming in. And we are picking up racing. We have just come off of a full course yellow, and cars are still making their way and establishing their paces, and they're going to get back onto their race plans, hopefully. We can see that Bill Schweitzer has left he has made his fuel and his tires and he's completed his stop and he's back on track. And we are coming around 7. Let's see who's coming up first.
You will see the GT cars running a really fast pace. Touring cars should be normally a little bit behind them. Super Touring, sorry. GT, then Super Touring, then Touring Car, then Sportsman. That's usually the average grid, but in an endurance race like this, everybody's kind of running their own different pace, meaning Sportsman class cars can be running faster than the TC cars or the Super Touring cars. So it just all depends on tire management, and it's a lot easier to get a lightweight car like a Sportsman class car to last a 2.5-hour race at high pace, whereas a GT class car will not be able to run 2.5 hours at their normal GT pace that they would run a sprint race in without doing tire changes like NASCAR style. It's a lot more weight, a lot more horsepower, and a lot more heat. So Sportsman guys are probably, for the most part, running their wide open pace right now without being detrimental to their lap times, losing a lot of rubber, overheating their tires.
That's a good point because that's what makes this type of racing really fun to watch and exciting to be behind the wheel in, is that it's just a tremendous mix of cars, different displacements, rear wheel, front wheel, all wheel. It's just nice to see at the end where everybody can come together and then hopefully we'll get a nice finish.
Still white flag. We are not at the checker. Yeah, we don't know who the race leader is yet. Okay, so it's not the cars that I thought. See the checkered flag right here. So this is the race leader. This spec E46 and that winged E46. So that's the race leader. So race is over. We got Penn crossing the finish, and then Chittum gets one more lap. Oh no, yeah, there he is. I thought he already made it through. So I'm sure Andy is a lap or at least 2 laps ahead of Ben. It all depends on how the pit strategy worked, right? It depends.
Now we have somebody who just crossed the line. That is Ken, I believe, and he must have been on fumes.
Yeah, he looks very slow. Like he nursed that. Let's hope he makes it up the hill as slow as he was coming down the straightaway there.
Oh, and we can see Bill Schweitzer taking his first checkered flag ever.
Good job on the first race.
Good representation for T&I Racing.
Whoa, we have a car.
Oh, we have a car going off. It looks like
8.
Oh, he's doing everything to finish where he can.
He got it back. That was a little late. We had a car sideways through 9, right below us here.
We are back at the checkered flag. Let's see who takes the flag next. We have another. Is this a Miata?
That is the other spec E46. So all right. So we're gonna roll the end of the race here. Thanks for having us on your watch list today. We enjoyed having you here. USTCC is a wonderful series if you want to come join us and race with us or watch us. We have a great racing season ahead of us. Hope to see you on the rest of the season.
And goodbye, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
I'm Brad Austin, and this is Ron Valtierra. We had a wonderful day today.